Hey there guys, Thomas here, and I'm out today in Blue Mountain Wilderness area. My intentions with this video is to build myself a lean-to stay in overnight. One of the lakes here in this wilderness area, and this site is actually already well developed. If you can see here, there's already a really nice fire pit put together, and somebody has left a tarp out with a couple of toggles, but it's a really good fallback option if I'm unable to build something. One of the big draws for this location for me, it's a location that I frequent quite often when I'm going out camping. This is a provincial wilderness area, and there's a lot of already built structures and campsites and things like that here. So again, all of the same rules apply, only cutting down dead wood, building a adequate fire ring to have a fire in. There was a burn ban on this morning, but that has since been downgraded to just burning after 7 p.m. So I wanted to build something that I could continue to come back to, almost like a home base kind of thing, because this area has a lot of pre-built structures that people can camp in, and I thought it'd be very cool to come out today and build something like that. I do not have a shelter with me tonight, so I need to build something. Or, again, worst case scenario, I'll just set up this tarp here, build myself a fire, collect a bunch of wood. Just want to take you over here though. Look at this beautiful lake. I wish I had a really lightweight canoe. You could probably go to a lot of cool spots. Anyway, on to the next location. So I've come up to this old dwelling that's been here. I have no idea how long it's been here. Obviously I won't be camping here because I'd be afraid of ghosts or something, but it's pretty cool. Just a random fire pit or an oven of some kind here in the woods. I think there's a couple of trails to the lake, so I'm gonna peruse those and see what I can find. All right guys, I had a quite the afternoon trying to get set up here. I ultimately did not find a location that I was looking for to build a shelter. I hiked back for about an hour and a half here, and I came back to my old reliable location. This location here, as you will see, somebody built a shelter already here, and I was trying or hoping to augment something similar, not to that level, that's quite impressive. But essentially I went the wrong direction and I should have came this way. The wooded area is a lot better and a lot hillier, and there's probably better building sites up to the northeast of me. So I'm gonna hunker down here. You may ask, why not sleep in this shelter? Don't want to risk it, and I don't want to damage anything that somebody built out here. And I think I'd also love to take a crack at tarp camping overnight here tonight. So what I'm going to do, I'll just show you. Somebody left a tarp here, which is awesome because I have a small tarp and it's definitely not big enough to do what I want to do. If I had only this small tarp I'm going to use as a ground sheet, I would have bailed already. I'm going to set this up and run a line between these two trees, get this tightened down, and I'll run the fire all evening, or at least until I fall asleep and no longer care about it. It's about 5 o'clock now, so I have plenty of time, I think. Sunset's not till 8:15, so I have plenty of time to get some wood. I want to build up this fire pit a little bit more. I want to give it a little bit more direction toward where I'm sleeping, and I also just want to give it a little bit more elevation so that it's not open like it is currently. So I'm gonna go find some rocks to do that, redo this and make it a little bit better, get my sleeping situations sorted out, and then get the fire going. So when I went hiking, there's two or three additional lakes other than this big lake, this Zash Lake, that you can get to. And there are power lines that run straight through this wilderness area. So I went around the two lakes and I couldn't find anything that suited building of like a lean-to or just a little shelter for the evening. So I got to the power lines, that part, and I was gonna try to get back to where I am now, but take a shortcut. And of course, when you try to cut corners, things don't go well. And I was poking with my hiking stick. I could get my footing across this big bog. I thought I could get good footing in a spot, and so that's what I did. I put my foot forward and another foot in, and I went up to my waist in water. And you know, I went down and I thought, okay, how am I gonna get out of this? You know, didn't panic. But definitely scary. You know, I could have been in a lot of trouble if I didn't already know my way back, and that I knew it was going to be easy to navigate, and it was a lot easier booking it out. But I definitely learned that I need to slow down. I need to take my time, because I tried to take a shortcut, and I should have just came back the way I was going. I'd be in a lot better shape. I also don't have good boots on. I have my Keen boots on. They're steel-toed, and I thought they would be decent for what I'm doing, but they're probably too heavy, and they're not really. They're made better probably for the winter time. I'm wearing hiking socks from Cabela's, but my heels and the soles of my feet and my heels are all blistered, and they're in pain. So I think the pain and not having enough food, I didn't stop to take a break or eat food. I was drinking water, plenty of water with electrolytes mixed in. But it was just a silly mistake. But I think that goes to show preparation and preparing for a trip is a huge part. And I did that on this trip. I made sure I was ready, minus the shelter, but I already committed myself to doing something that wasn't traditional. It comes down to making sure that you take your time, and solo camping being one of them. I mean, this is my second trip. I've only done it once, and I'm still learning. I'm still getting comfortable with what I'm doing. And so I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my rant about my, you know, scary situation. But everybody's so busy, and so it's hard sometimes to really slow down and make sure you're doing these things. But with that being said, and I'm going on a bit of a tangent here and a rant, but this is why I love doing this. I could have quit. I could have said, nah, I'm done, see you later, but I wanted to stick this out, get this fire going, dry out my gear, and carry on with my night. Let's get some rocks. One more rock. Perfection. Ooh, that was dangerously close. Alright, I successfully did my event hitch here, so I'm going to go do it on that tree over here. I don't know if this will pick it up or not. Oh, I don't have enough paracord. I will do it again. Alright, attempt number 2. Another tree. I think that's probably enough cord right there. I'm gonna just cut off the excess here I'm not gonna need. Perfect. Perfect. That's more or less what I want. As I showed last time, I was just using some sticks as my stakes for the tarp to my hammock. So I'm going to do something very similar. Just going to find a couple of sticks. I found one. Alright, so I got my 2 sticks that are going to act as my pegs. I'm just going to peg the 2 corners in the back here down. And then I'm going to use 2 bigger sticks to kind of give me a bit of overhead room getting it out of the tarp here. To give myself a little more coverage. This around, pull that apart. Okay. And I'm gonna just stake that right in there, like that. Perfect. I have my Silky Gomboy out here today with me, as well as my Agawa Canyon and my hatchet to split up some wood. And I'm going to keep that wood because it's actually really nice and dry. That's one pole. Perfect. So those will be great. So, I want to stick this guy under here and then stake it in over here. Just got to be very gentle because the stake isn't the sturdiest. Alright, here we go. Really try this out. Now this is going to be interesting because it's right near the fire. And it's not okay. I mean, that's pretty good. Grab this. I have to shorten this because I mean, it's a little lopsided. Oh, lost it. Putting this here. Like that. Again, before the wind was coming off the lake and blowing in up into my sleeping area, and now it's shifted, but that's holding pretty good. So this will be my sleeping arrangements. I'm probably going to sleep the opposite way because that's kind of a slant down this way. I'm going to put my pack over here. That'll just kind of keep my head and area there secure a little bit. And then down here I'm not too concerned. I have a sheet down and this guy. I'm going to blow up my sleeping pad and get my bunk all set up, and then I'm gonna have to start getting ready to get some firewood. There we go. I like that more because I can just hang right here. And if I really notice like any major or glaring issues, I will simply just go into the hut. So I'm not going to be too worried. Hopefully, I haven't ever been this exposed before, so we'll see how that goes. But nice. A soft synthetic liner from Mech, which it is going down to -3 this evening. On my last video, I had this exact same setup. It was even colder that night, and so I'm not too concerned about my setup this evening. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this. This is really cool, and it's different. As much as I would have loved to do a build, because I really want to build like a home base, like what we have here, this nice little setup that we have behind me. But you know, this is just as good. Look at that. That's dry. Even that's pretty good. It's a little punky, but that's not bad. But I need some bigger pieces of wood that are going to burn long through the evening. And not this, because that's rotted. Some of this birch bark that's left here, but this is kind of the big thick stuff, and it's kind of dead on the bottom. Not really what I'm looking for. There's plenty of other birch bark around that'll light a lot better and a lot easier than that. So I'm gonna go hunt for some of that as well. I'm gonna keep processing this wood. It's a little damp. I'm gonna let that just sit by the fire and dry out. I'm hoping the thinner stuff will be a little drier. Ow. Because it's probably no good. Ooh. That's a lot more dry. Easy. Oh, that's good. I think I see a birch tree over there that's dead. let's go get that birch bark. I also wanted to look at this piece of wood right here. Oh yeah. That birch, yeah, there's some good stuff here. It's like one big cardboard sheet. Pretty crazy. And this stuff right here, that's gonna get nice and it'll get nice and stringy. It'll catch a flame better. I will lay the other birch bark pieces down underneath all of my kindling, and that'll provide the bed to catch a spark. Better already. Yeah, she's still pretty punky. No good. Yeah, it's dry on the outside. I put them in the back there and they maybe dry out a little bit. I was really hoping that that was gonna be half decent. So, nope, they're all pretty gross. Ow, I almost smoked my hand. I did nick my hand. Oh, that's all gonna burn pretty quick though. Just want an angle that's half decent. No, oh, that was terrifying. That should be good as long as the wind don't take it. And I'm gonna take a couple of these and then I'm going to Play that there. It was almost. No. Just needs a minute. Oh. There we go. Just takes a second. On the plus side, with that wind blowing and warming up those rocks, hopefully it'll really warm up those logs. I'm going to stack them, so hopefully they can dry out over the course of the evening, and then those will be good to burn tonight. I can chuck one on, let it burn for an hour or two, chuck another one on. The other fun thing is I'm going to be watching the hockey game tonight. So the Leafs versus the Bruins, I'm going to be watching the game on my phone after I've had a chance to show the cooking and eating some food and all that stuff. The game starts at 8 o'clock, so that'll be pretty cool. This seems to be burning now to a reasonable clip. Okay. Oh. Gotta get more water in me. For supper tonight, I have a steak and some potatoes that I cut up and seasoned at home. So I'm gonna let this burn down, and then I'm gonna get that cooked up because I am starving. It's gonna be delicious. Gonna go ahead and throw the potatoes on now. Let them cook. So I will bring usually a whole potato, one giant big potato, and then I'll put it in the fire, just in tin foil, and it's in there for 45 minutes, and I go to eat it, and it's raw. So this time, I prepared ahead of time. I made sure to cut them, I buttered them, I seasoned them, I did everything I had to do. Those potatoes will be soft, come out of that fire, and if they don't, I'm never bringing potatoes ever again. That's it. I am jazzed that I found that wood. That wood is going to save my life. That's gonna burn nice and warm, and I'm gonna get these socks off and cleaned and dried out. I'm gonna have a nice warm sleep tonight. That's looking really nice. And just look at this view. Like, you know, the sun's setting, the water's calm, the wind has completely died down. No wind at all. A little breeze moving away from my sleeping bag. So I'm really stoked. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to eat. I am starving. I'm gonna have to pull a Xander here soon and start like doubling up my food. And of course the smoke is blowing right into my seating area. Beauty. Oh, big spider. Scared me. Hopefully he leaves. Don't like spiders. Oh, there he is. See ya. I destroyed his home. I feel terrible. But not really, I needed this wood. I don't think I can even find the words to describe how excited I am to dry my feet. My feet are in bad shape. I'm gonna throw the old steak onto, oh, it broke open. That's why there was juices everywhere. Look at that, seasoned, pre-seasoned, huge steak. Oh yeah. Whoop. That would be terrible. Let's just make sure you guys can see this. Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. I'm all smoky. Oh, I'm gonna stoke a little fire over by the old thingamajig there. You know, that thingamajig I'm eating. Oh. All in all, this trip is turning out really good. All things considered. Could have been a lot worse. Fire's doing good. Hopefully this will cook the steak. Oh dear. Well, it's definitely gonna cook now, that's for sure. Where's my other glove? I must save my steak. Just gonna keep the fire going next to my steak. Everything's trying to kill me today. Oh, that does the job. Wish it was over more. I feel like that's gonna break. Okay. Where can I put this? It's not kind of soft. I guess right down here. That's. Is it right in the path? I don't think so. Path is up there. Okay. The potatoes were definitely done probably 10 minutes ago, but that's okay. I'm just happy that they're done. I am letting my steak rest. Potatoes are soft. Well, they're a bit crunchy because some of them are burnt. But they're pretty good. I'll take them. Look at that. That's looking pretty good. Turned out all right. Drinking a I am drinking a Jamboree by Two Crows, if you're familiar with the brewery here. And honestly, I've been jamming their beers for a while, and they're my go-to lately. I don't drink a whole lot, but when I do, I go to them, and I just like that they're like a tart, tangy, sour beer. It's just an interesting flavor, but it's really good, so I enjoy it quite a bit. Waiting on the old hockey game to come on, and then we're in business. I want to thank all of you who have been watching this far, and for those of you who are returning to the channel, thank you. I noticed that I got quite a few subscribers from the last video, so So I really appreciate that from everybody who subscribed. It means a lot. It's really cool. And if you're interested, share the channel, help it grow. I'm here just for chill vibes. And speaking of chill vibes, the temperature is dropping pretty quick. So I'll be throwing on my other layer here shortly. Now for the steak. Good flavor, really juicy, a little charry from the fire. Overall, really good. So I would say that this camp meal has been successful. I haven't had steak and potatoes on a camp in quite some time. Yeah, feed this fire, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit when I have something to share. Well, the food was excellent. For my snacks later, I just have some licorice and trail mix, a couple granola bars left over. So I'm just gonna feed the fire here. I'm gonna get ready to watch the hockey game. When I have some more stuff to give you guys, I will let you know. But I'm probably just gonna watch that and then let's do a podcast before I go to bed. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. I just finished watching the Leafs game. Do a podcast while I go to bed here. Not a lot of noise out here. Fire's still going. Just gonna let that go. Probably add a couple logs to it here and there, but feeling pretty good about my shelter. It's looking pretty decent. So I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Morning, guys. I slept incredibly well, and that might be in part because of how much effort I put in to getting to this location yesterday. But very warm. I love this. I have like the Z-Seat sleeping pad, and then my sleeping pad, and then my sleeping bag. Super, super warm. I was warm. Very, very comfortable. One of the best sleeps I've had, actually. Thankfully, it wasn't too windy. Lots of animal noises, though. The ducks were going crazy this morning. I'm going to try to get down on the lake, see if I can get any shots. But I am much later than I anticipated. It is almost 10 in the morning, so I'm gonna start moving myself and getting ready to roll out. I'm gonna make quick breakfast and go from there. Because my foot was wet for most of my hike into this location, I gotta put some band-aids on these blisters, or they are gonna be very painful to deal with on the way out today, so that's gonna be nice. I kept my pants and my jacket stuffed in the bottom of the foot box in my sleeping bag overnight, so these are now going to be very warm, which is awesome, because it's about 3 degrees out, so it feels like it's -1. I'm getting needles all over everything I own. That's not so great. Boots seem pretty dry. They're still a little wet. want to show you this. So this log rolled over and fell on my paracord last night. Somehow it didn't burn through. Somebody left a little care package here. There's a bunch of things in it, some tea, some bars and stuff like that. And a journal. And every time I've come out here, I've written in the journal. The last entry was on the 27th. I'm all packed up, ready to head out here. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And drop a comment. Let me know what you think, how it can improve, or what you might like to see in the next video. I do have 2 trips upcoming and planned. One of them is hopefully going to be a canoe trip in a couple of weeks with some of my buddies. I also have a 2-night, 3-day long hike through the Chignecto Provincial Park. So that'll be really cool. Should get some really nice shots there. So I'm going to try to stick to once a month posting. Over April, we had a lot of rainy weekends, so hopefully with coming into the summer now, I'll be able to get more content in. So I look forward to the next video. I think the next overnighter solo, I'll be building a camp somewhere. Maybe not in here, but we'll see. So again, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.